Hi there, everyone. It's Becky calling from Northeast Counselling Services. I wanted to talk today about my personal feelings about the going back to some sort of reality after lockdown. And I wanted to share and be honest about my anxiety around that. Um, I have found myself more nervous and anxious around people in the supermarkets and the idea of removing lockdown restrictions fills me with a little bit of trepidation. And as I have sort of become more aware of my feelings and become aware that I'm not alone, that there's quite a few people who are a little bit scared, a little bit anxious, a little bit worried about what the return to so-called normal after lockdown finishes is going to look like. And while some of us are really excited about getting back onto the golf course or getting back into the pubs and just being with our friends and our families, that's fantastic, and I hear you. But some of us are still just that little bit worried, and the idea of lots of people around and being less cautious than we have been is scary. And so I wanted to give you and myself a little talk about one way of grounding yourself and calming your anxieties. So I wanted to share with you a little tool that I use. So this is a little tool that I bought on a website called Live Spiffy, and we're just going to focus on this circle here. And this is a grounding technique where we look at our senses. And in order to do that, first of all, we need to just calm our minds. Some people call this mindfulness. And by doing that, I encourage you to use a breathing technique that works for you. So there's lots of them out there. My personal favorite is what I call 7-11. So it's breathing in through your nose for 7 counts and out for 11, which is a very long time. It really is. And it forces you to slow your breathing down. And as you force yourself to breathe in slowly, you'll also slow and lower your heart rate. And as you begin to lower your heart rate and slow your breathing, and all that focus and concentration on your breathing allows yourself to just be grounded and gives you a moment of calm. And whilst you're in that moment of calm, have a little look for 4 things that you can see. Now, granted, you could have a room full of stuff, so that could be really easy. So there's no point in that. So what I would suggest you perhaps do is pick 4 things that you can see that begin with a letter or are a certain colour. And obviously, if you're in a room with a window, you could do this looking outside your window. So for example, I'm going to pick the letter C. So in my room, I've got the word compassion on my whiteboard. I've got a pot of pencil crayons. I've got my coat on the hook. And I've got packets of crisps in my drawer. And then I might close my eyes and give myself a moment to listen. Again, using my 7-11 breathing, slowing my heart rate so that I can focus on what sounds are around me. And I'll look for 3 different sounds. I can hear my laptop whirring. I can hear the wind outside my window. And I can hear the footsteps of other people in the corridor. So then I might move on to feelings. And here's an opportunity to just find some things that are of a different texture. And again, I might look for 4, 3, depending on what I have around me. So I might feel my cardigan, I might feel my hair, might find something that is cold, uh, like a can or a bottle, and just feeling that different texture and temperature. With taste and smell, I find those really hard. Those senses are the hardest for me, and so I'd probably just let myself find one. By the time you finish that exercise of using your 5 senses, slowing your breathing down, you've given yourself maybe a minute or two. But in that minute or two, you've allowed yourself to be grounded in the here and now rather than worrying about what might or might not happen. And the thing is, we don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know if it's going to happen, whether things will change again. And all we have control over is our reactions and our thoughts in the here and now. So I hope this helps, and I hope that it is helpful to know that you're not alone with those anxieties and worries. Stay safe.